What's up, guys? So let's do a complete look through on some walk behinds. Now, if you're on a phone or tablet, hold this thing straight up and down, and it'll be full screen if you hold it straight up. If you lay it sideways, it's going to be in the middle of the screen. It's just I had downloaded all these pictures to do a podcast about it, and so I don't have them like the other direction, but I thought, hey, it'd be fun anyway to do one, that's straight up. Why not? Just for fun, because it is full screen if you hold it straight up. So these are just some pictures I have saved in my tablet here. But let's just do a complete look through of basically all the floating deck hydro walk behinds that I know of that are on the market. I'm trying to make sure this thing's recording. Yeah, it is. Just a screen recorder thing. I'm trying to make sure, or I'm trying to just look through all the hydro walk behinds that are on the market that are floating deck. Just for fun. And we're going to go through 14 different ones. Check out this Husqvarna here, man. This thing's pretty nice. It's got a, you see those controls? You don't have to squeeze anything or anything. You just push them forward, almost just like a zero turn. There actually is a guy in my town that I seen mowing with it. He was a Hispanic guy. I pulled over and talked to him about it. He said he liked it a lot, but, as you can see, you do have to move those pins, which is kind of a bummer, the height adjustment, but I mean, it's a pretty nice mower. I actually left this mower out of the collection when I did my podcast about this mower. Check out my podcast too, a lawn care talk. So I forgot about this Husqvarna one, but I basically did every other one that I could find. So we're going to go through 14 different of these hydro floating deck walk behinds here, and it's going to be pretty cool. So this is the Husqvarna. It looks like it's a Kawasaki engine on there. A lot of them are going to have basically same engine, but, hydro drive floating deck. Pretty nice mower here. These are not real popular, but these are pretty cool. So here's the first one, Husqvarna. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, we got an Encore here. I don't know if the Encore has a floating deck one, so that's why I just threw this one in there, even though it wasn't floating deck. But this is a hydro one. If you remember Cut and Clean, I think he had this very close to this same mower. I think his was it was a 36, just like this one in the picture here. Gets blurry if I go in too close, but I like how it has that hydro filter right there. It looks like real easy to get to that. That's cool, but probably wouldn't buy this, but I'm just showing you guys because I think it's on one of the things on the market. Maybe not a bad mower, just, it is what it is. Now look at this one. This is a World One. This one, you see up there by the handles, it's got like a, lever, that you can pull down or push up. It looks like, but that just might be for the speed. Yeah, now that I look at it. Because see, look, it's still got all those pins on the deck height adjustment thing there. Something that is cool, though, if you notice over here on the left side, it has a built-in, it's got a built-in, like a chute blocker. You know what I mean? Like built into it. Over here. Because I remember seeing that when I was researching it. It has, like I said, it's built in. I don't know if we'll be able to get more view of it, but I thought that was really cool. Again, I probably wouldn't buy this more. I feel like those tires are skinny on the back, which I feel like is not good. And I don't know if those pistol grips, would that be comfortable or not. Which I tried the pistol grips on a Ferris, and it was very comfortable. The pistol grips on the Ferris walk behind, like it was super easy to squeeze them. I don't know if they're all like that or not, but so there you go. There's that World Line. I'm just trying to show you this, so if you guys are in the market for a walk behind, you could see like all the options there is out there. You know what I mean? Here's another one. I think it's very similar to the Wright one. I think Wright builds them for John Deere or something. There are a few differences, like the gas tank and a few things I think are different. And I think the John Deere does not have 1/4 inch increments like the Wright does. The Wright on the little post, it has holes on the front and holes on the sides, so like you could do 1/4 inch increments with the pins, which I think is really cool. On the right, like I don't think the John Deere has it, but you know, really nice mower. There is a dealer here. You know, I feel like they don't sell super popular super often, and so they there was a dealer here that was, you know, going to give me a pretty good price on it. You know, I still could buy it. It's a really good price for, I think, like $4,800 or something for it. You know, plus taxes, and I think John Deere even has dealer fees, which is crazy too. But anyway, I digress, or whatever you say. You know, I don't know, water under the bridge. But oh yeah, now we're getting into some good stuff here. All right, I love this Scag walk behind. This would be in my top. You know, if I get a walk behind, this is going to be like in my top couple choices here. I mean, it's cut off just because of however they made the website. But if you look right here on the height adjustment thing, it's going to have like a handle that sticks up. You know, it's supposed to be right there. It's just, I think it's just the way they like coded the website or whatever. But, you know, it'll have like a handle sticking up. But man, Scag makes an excellent product. I mean, Scag is, you know, there's a guy in my town that's a real smart guy that's an engineer and worked for, you know, Komatsu and different people, and he has a shop now that repairs, and he was talking about how Scag mowers are some of the best built mowers, the best brand, you know, of mowers basically built on the market. So that, you know, that's crazy. He was just talking about how the bearings are, you know, after working on them and having them. So I love this, I love the way it looks and everything. I mean, this Scag S2BZT, love the way the Scag, they have a very clean, simple layout. Like I said, that height adjustment, man, that's way good on that compared to moving pins. You know, you can pull that handle and move the whole thing up and down. If you notice, same deck that's on that Liberty Z, you know, is there on that. So that is also another, which the Liberty Z, I mean, the deck, you know, it vacuumed great, cut great. You see it's got pretty big tires on the back. Not a bad option. Like this, like I said, this would be in my top couple choices here for a walk behind. Would be this one, because I mean this thing, you know, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. So you know, so there you go. There's the Scag one. You know, these are pretty good price. They're pretty little less than some of the others too, because it has integrated hydros. So that's another thing. Sorry, I just keep checking. I feel like it's not recording, but it is. So it's got the integrated hydros, which, you know, some people say it's less durable than the pump and wheel motor setup, which it probably is. But I feel like, man, on a walk behind, you know, if you treat this thing pretty good, I mean, it's not holding a person's weight. I mean, those hydros probably would last forever. The handle setup is pretty good. Not quite as easy to squeeze as the Ferris, but overall I love this mower. Let's go on to the next one. All right, so here we go. Here's the Wright. Kind of hard to tell from this angle that it, you know, is kind of the same as the John Deere, but it is when I look at both of them in real life. And like I said, this one's got height cut adjustment with holes on the front and the sides of those posts, so you can do 1/4 inch increments, which I think is really cool. And this one has the AeroCore deck. So pretty darn awesome mower actually, and it has the pump and wheel motor set up. So this one is going to be a little bit more than the others, mainly I think because of that pump and wheel motor setup. But man, what a beautiful mower. I mean, look at that thing. That thing's nice. I like how they did it. I like how, you know, a lot of stuff I like about it. Still, you know, moving those pins is a pain, but you know, it's a really nice mower. So definitely a good option too if you're going to buy a walk behind. You know, I definitely, something to think about as well is that. You know, is this mower, because like I said, it's pretty good. I like it. It's got the same, probably similar Kawasaki engine going to be on a lot of these. As you can see, this one does not have like a cover over the deck, like how they made it. Not that it's bad or anything, it's just interesting. That's how they designed it. Usually they'll always have like a cover right there under that muffler, but you know, pretty cool. Great mower. So I like this. I like the black wheels, you know, all that stuff. I don't know what else to really say about it. I like it. Let's move on to the next one. Oh boy. This one also would be like in my top 3 right here. I think this has the biggest tires of any of the ones we went over so far on the back, which is good. The bigger the tires are in the back, the better. This is going to be somewhere in that $5,500 range. So even a little less than that Wright that we just saw, because this has integrated transmissions too. But man, this is awesome mower. As you can see, those controls, you know, no squeezing or anything. You kind of, you know, you hold those down as safety levers and you just go forward like a zero turn kind of. I don't know the way this looks. I don't know if you'd be able to like pop it up to like go over roots and stuff, wheeling it on the trailer and stuff, which is kind of important with a walk behind. I don't know if you're capable to do that with this. I even drove it at the GIN. I wasn't really able to wheelie it, like trailering it and stuff. But I can't remember. I think that one could have, I can't remember if it was like a 52 or, you know, something, the one I had at GIE. So if you got the 48, you probably still will be able to. You probably get used to it over time. But man, definitely a good option if you guys are talking walk behinds here. I mean, man, that's a, you know, it's a nice mower. And you see the height adjustments right over there, right by that hydro bottle. And so easy to pull that up and down. You know, just the pin system on decks, you know, I just don't know. I think it's, you know, more durable. There's less linkages and stuff you have to deal with, but it is a pain, you know. Let's say you're mowing and they got fescue in the backyard and they got like a Bermuda or some kind of warm season grass in the front that needs to be a little shorter. You know, that's it's a pain, you know. This looks like that has the FX series Kawasaki engine. So I don't know if this engine, I think, is actually a little better than the ones that you're getting on some of those others. So definitely an option here, this Toro ProLine. I mean, it's a nice mower. Like I said, I already priced it out. It's like $5,500 plus tax. You know, $54.99 or whatever. So definitely could be a player, you know, in the game. So I like it. I do. I really do. I don't know if it has the Turbo Force deck, but still, any of these Toro decks, I mean, it's going to cut real good. Let's move on to the next one. Look at this one here. I mean, this thing, kind of interesting here. It's a Cub Cadet. Don't know much about this mower. I've seen people riding it around at the GIE. I even videoed some people driving it around out, you know, outside. I actually did not even get a chance to do it myself, you know, but I videoed some other people riding it around while I was walking by. If y'all refer to, you know, past Expo videos. Man, gonna miss the Expo today. I'm actually wearing an Expo shirt right now that I got from Ferris, but as you can see, it looks like a pretty well-built, good mower. You do have to move the pins, as you can see, but I like the big tires on the back. I don't know what else to really say about it. I mean, I haven't really tried to like drive around the state and look at the dealers for these. Same with those other World Lawn and some of those other ones. I haven't actually really seen them in real life. I was just trying to think, okay, let's think outside the box. I want to go ahead and list every single walk behind that's like available that you could buy that was floating deck, as I, you know, consider floating deck ones. Like, I would like, you know, list every single one that I could think about or that I could find. And so that's really what I did. So there you go. There's the Cub Cadet one. Let's move on to the next one. I got 14 different ones. Now, this one's a fixed deck, just like one of them others. I just put it in here because Bobcat does not have a floating deck one, so I just figure, hey, if you want to consider Bobcat, you know, as a player in this game, I guess, you know, fixed deck is just going to be how it is, you know. So if it were me, I'll be honest, I would not buy that. I do not like fixed deck. I've owned, let me think. I had a Toro 36 fixed deck a couple years ago. If y'all watch my YouTube channel, had it. Man, I hate that fixed deck. I'll be honest. Any of these fixed deck I say stay away from fixed deck walk behinds. I feel like it digs in the ground way more, like when you're trying to like mow on any little, like the articulation of the deck, because it doesn't float at all. I mean, literally, you over there on that right side, if there's a little dip in the yard, I mean, that thing, boom. I mean, it's just like a bulldozer, you know what I mean? So the fixed deck, no, not for me. I would not buy one. And then on top of that, the other thing that's crap about the fixed deck ones is every time you change the height, you see those silver spacers there on the front caster wheels? You got to move those. You got to jack it up, you know, take the wheel out and move the spacers. And no, I know some of you guys are going to be like, man, why are you hating on fixed deck mowers, you know, whatever. But I just don't know why. I don't know why you would buy that, you know. My opinion, I don't know why you would buy that. You know, you have so many options. I mean, I guess if you live in a place where the turf is really flat and, you know, there's nothing to it, I mean, yeah, I mean, fixed deck might be cool because then you don't have to worry about leveling the deck and all that. So I guess it could be good, you know, depending on where you live and what kind of lawns you cut and whatever. But for me, I'm just like, man, that's, no. I mean, no way fixed deck for me. But just wanted to throw it in here because that's basically the option you get for Bobcat. At least there's nothing else on their website. So there you go. Here's a Bradley Mowers one, which is also a fixed deck. But man, you can get these for really good prices if you did rock with the fixed deck. You know, you could you know, get these for a good price. It's got a commercial turf you see on there. Like I said, as far as a fixed deck's probably not a bad mower, you know, pretty simple, not bad. I forget the exact price of these, but you can get them for a pretty good price. So I wanted to throw that in here just so you could see it. The Bradley one, you know, that everybody gets those Bradley stand-ons, or people are starting to buy them. Another thing, man, those Bradley, man, the price is climbing on those, which is like crazy. It's almost like getting to the point where why would you buy the Bradley, you know, if it's the same price as all the others. Again, I'm not hating on the Bradley brand. I got several friends here on YouTube and stuff that has them. I think they're cool. But I feel like if they're not any cheaper, then why wouldn't you get one that has more dealers, you know, and all that? So, I don't know. Just a thought, but that's a pretty cool mower, though. Not bad. Again, I won't buy a fixed deck. I told Bradley, I told him, you know, like, hey, if you guys make a floating deck hydro walk behind, because, you know, they sell them for really good price. Like, I would buy one today. I told them that a couple years ago, but they're like, nah, maybe in the plans in the future we'll think about it, you know, which that just means they're not going to make one, probably. But anyway, let's move on. All right, you got the old classic here. Sorry that picture's a little blurry, but y'all see these. Man, it's a classic design. You got to move the pins. You know, I've used them and had them. I've had one before. This is like the most common walk behind you see on the, you know, mowing. And it's crazy because this is literally the most expensive walk behind that you can buy. Man, these suckers here, I mean, darn. I mean, the thing, you get like a 52 or something. Nowadays, you go to my dealer, they're like $8,000 or something. I mean, that is insane. Like, no way. No way would I pay $8,000 for this mower. There ain't no darn way. Think about it. Think if you get that other Toro with the handle, you know, bigger tires on the back and easier to adjust the deck and easier controls. Another thing, these things will cramp the crap out of your hands. You squeezing those things, I know it's hydro drive, but man, it's hard to squeeze those things. Again, because I've ran new ones, you know, like demo drove around new ones, and the one I owned, and I had it all, you know, all the hydros new and you know, all of them service and stuff. It's just hard to squeeze those handles, man. It's hard. And so I would not recommend this mower. I know a lot of people are going to hate on me about this. They're like, oh, Turf Tracer's best mower ever. I think the Exmark, and I have bought, and this year I bought an Exmark 30-inch X Series. Spent $2,400 on it. I feel like Exmark is one of those brands like where you're paying, like, people will pay a lot of money just because it says Exmark for whatever reason. Like, that's excellent branding. Like, Exmark mowers are not the best mowers on the market, in my opinion, but they cost the most. I don't know. Not a bad mower. I mean, it's a great mower, but there ain't no darn way I'm paying $8 grand for this. That's what I'm saying. No way. And I wouldn't if I were you either, just because. I mean, there's no reason to. It's hard to squeeze. You got to move the pins. I know it's got the, it has a nice deck on it. It's going to cut good, all that. I get it. But no way. Almost double with the others. It's not double, but, a lot more money. You can get those others down the 5 ranges. So no way I'll buy this, but I'm just going to show it to you. Just because, Okay, here's the Gravely one. This is pretty neat, actually. They had it up at the expo. You see it's also got a handle up and down. My dad has a couple ZTHDs. Those are pretty cool, little zero turns, and it kind of resembles that in the front, styling and stuff. I don't know too much about this mower they had at the expo. It does look cool, and I think it is a really, Gravely makes a great product, so not necessarily a bad option. I like how you can move the deck up and down with that thing, that handle. You see it. So don't know what to say about it, really. Not much to say about it, but I do think it's a good mower. I mean, Gravely makes a great product. So that's that. Let's move on. Okay, this is a cool mower right here. I rode this around a bunch at the expo. I know there's a few guys here on YouTube that have it. Gwinnett Lawns, like a few people have it. It's really cool. I have a video. I'll put it in the description, actually, of me driving this mower at the expo, just so you can see me driving it. It's really cool. Hang on a second. My dealer coming out here got to ask me something. All right, guys. I was at the dealer. He's actually working on my clutch right now. He had to come out and ask me something. So that's why I had to stop real quick, because I'm sitting out front, and he had to come ask me something about it. So this is really like the last mower that's on my list in my group here. Now, the Ferris. Now, this is awesome because you can get this in the pistol grip way if you want, or these straight up handles. And I probably would get it with the pistol grip because of just the way that the Ferris pistol grip is. I mean, it's awesome, and you can easily pop wheelies easier with the pistol grip ones. The thing about this Ferris with the integrated, I've drove all these brands of walk behinds. By far, the Ferris is the easiest to squeeze of the handles of any of these mowers. I don't know what they did differently or what, but I mean, it's easy to squeeze those things. So I love that. I actually don't have a picture of the FW35 right this minute, but the 35 is awesome. It's like a wider stance, and another thing is on the back of this mower, it's got pedals. So instead of like having to try to like on the Exmark, it's going to have, if you look at the handles, it's going to have, of the top, it's going to have little locks to like put in neutral so you can let go with your hands. Let's go back and look at, see how these locks up on top, same with this Gravely too. You got to like squeeze it in and lock it so you can let go of one of the handles to like, so then you could grab the speed control in the middle. But the Ferris on the back, you can't see it with this picture, but it's got foot pedals, so you can just push the foot pedal and that handle that's in the middle of the two drive handles, you can pull that back to the neutral position. You can use your foot to put it back in neutral when you put it back on the trailer. So that's another thing that's really awesome about the Ferris. Oh, and another thing, the FW35 is going to have a bigger stance, and it's going to have, over there on the left, it's going to have a bar that goes back and a little crank. You can crank it, spin it around and lower the deck up and down. Happy's Family Lawn Care channel, he's rocking it all the time. But you can also get the FW35, the big one, with the wider stance, with the oil guard system on it, with the Vanguard. You can get all kind of things. But the downside, I think, to the 35 is it's going to, you're in 850 pounds or something for it. So in the walk behind market, honestly, if I were to buy one today, of a Ferris, I probably would not get that huge frame because you need something light and everything when you're getting a walk behind. That's the whole reason. If you can use a heavy mower, just get on a rider, you know what I mean? But, or standard, you know, or something. So, this, you know, this is a great mower. It's a great option. I love the Ferris walk behinds. I love the big frame and these ones. So, like, in my mind, like, so I would, you know, this one, or probably my top three would be this Ferris right here. My top three would be that Ferris, this Toro right here, or possibly this one, but this Scag. So it'd be this Scag one, this Toro, or one of the Ferris model would be my top three of all of them. So y'all let me know in the comments if I left anything out. I don't think I did, but you know, y'all let me know if I did, and we'll go from there. So hope this was fun for you guys. We'll keep doing what we're doing. See ya.